Good morning. It is March the 13th, 2017. Time to kick off another trading day. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have over or undercompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Well, I hope everybody had a good weekend. We had fires here, and inside the house. It was cold. Had a high of like 36, 37 degrees on one day, and low 40s yesterday. So winter has returned, and winter is scheduled to return in a big way from Washington, D.C. up through Boston. I think they're still carrying forecasts for a foot of snow as far south as Washington, D.C. That can happen. I remember several years ago, Washington, D.C. got hit with like a 3-foot snow, which would be a sight to behold. Anyway, there's no news this morning to speak of. We have labor market conditions index. No news to speak of around the globe. The focus is on Wednesday. FOMC rate announcement. It's right now trading at 100% probability that it will be raised 25 basis points come Wednesday. Lots of news on Wednesday also. So this is a big news week for us. The rest of the world is expected to keep their interest rates unchanged, but the ECB may be starting to talk up. Quantitative easing is about to be curtailed. There was an article out on Zero Hedge about the Bank of Japan has cut their forecast bond purchases by 18%, which will signal tightening by the Bank of Japan. So right now the world is starting to transition with the United States to tightening, at least on paper, until the next crisis hits. No news to speak of in the United States, so 7 to 11 is sell 1. I'm going to guess a trading range, given the fact there is no news, unless the E-mini just starts to really get hit hard to the downside. 19 to 23 for sell 2, buy 1, 29 to 01, 21 to 25. There is no estimate for labor market conditions, but no one trades it either. Okay, looking at the 30-year. 4 to 8, number 1. 11 to 15, sell 1. 23, 27, sell 2. And the only reason I open that up a little bit is maybe the E-mini does actually sell today. 24, 28 is number 1. 17 to 21, buy 1. And then 5 to 9, buy 2. Market is pointed lower. If the Goldman forecast of an interest rate increase in March, June, and September rings true, Treasuries will continue to trade lower. Or is actually true, not rings true. Most years I don't feel daylight savings time, but it was a little tough getting out of bed this morning. And I went to bed early last night to compensate for it, so it didn't work. My head knew what to do, but my body is still playing catch up. Looking at gold. Gold was up last time I looked. Okay, resistance 10. We had that, remember we talked about last week, as long as we stay below 1210, 1209.60 was the number. This market could sell, so that looks like it will be the case. So 8 to 10, sell 1. 14.16, sell 2. On the buy side, 99 to 01. Right where we were on Friday. 94.96, buy 2. The euro started high but did sell. And the rally on Friday was based on some talk of the European Central Bank actually starting to tighten. So we're at 22, so 40 to 50, sell 1. 75, sell 2. On the buy side, 107, buy 1. Play for stops below 107, then 106.75, buy 2. Crude oil, lots of negative articles out over the weekend on crude oil and where it's going to go, and it's all boils down to whether Saudi Arabia and OPEC is willing to curtail production, and that's the issue. After the OPEC deal was put in, it was supposed to clean up the surplus of excess inventory, which I think was the tune of 400 million barrels above the historic norms. Storage above ground. Now the talk, well, in the first quarter has been, well, it'll be the second half before that gets cleaned up. And the higher prices go, the more American shale oil production you bring on board. Now, there's a real advantage to American oil production in the export market because you don't have to ship it from the Middle East. Nigeria would be the closest source to import oil. Brazil uses all that they can produce. So the other thing is the negative right now is that the United States gasoline demand is off by about 6%, and we are exporting gas to Central America and South America. So that's a different dynamic, in transportation costs weigh heavily on that. So if you could sell it at Saudi Arabia and ship it for a couple of bucks less per barrel, you'd be in pretty good shape. Okay, 48.50, 48.75. Crude oil's come quite a way, 55 down to 48. That's $7. So some retracement should be expected. Last rotate up on Friday was 49, just above 49. So 49, 49 and a quarter would be sell 2. If someone held a gun to your head, you'd be looking to sell it. And 48 even, we're at 43 right now, so 48 even. I like to make it 47.75. We'll start that way, but we may have to pay a quarter to get them, so we'll start at 47.75. 48 even, play for stops below 48. And then 48, 47 and a quarter, 47.50 for buy 2. Lean against this high volume number right down there. Looks like the E-mini is trying to sell. Consolidating 50 points off the high takes us to 23.50. 70 points takes us to 23.25. Pretty clean break in the market at 23.35, then 2350 is another number that has held. The low the other day was 51. So you can see right now we're rejecting prices below 55 and we're rejecting prices above 78. So 75 to 80 is resistance, 50 to 55 is support. This is a D pattern. We're looking for a move out of the basically 68 area. So we'll put our first buy at 60 to 62. No news to drive us today. And then 55, 57 for buy 2. On the sell side, 69.71, 74.76 for sell 2. I'd anticipate a trading range. Selling against 75 looks pretty good. Buying against 55 looks pretty good. I don't know if we can get a 20-point range, so my guess is we won't. E-mini can get pretty dead, as we know. It'll take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'll get busy at that. I'll be back with you as soon as possible.